Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've been wanting to talk about this for ages, and now that a friend finally got one, we can dive into his experience. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer was facing a significant home networking challenge due to the placement of their internet equipment. Their main router was pre-installed in an inaccessible location within a basement wall, making it physically impossible to connect any device that required a hardwired Ethernet connection. This situation left them unable to set up essential hardware like a VoIP phone system, as there was simply no space or available power outlets near the router. This is where this wireless to Ethernet adapter provided a perfect solution. Our reviewer plugged the compact device into a standard power outlet in their second-floor office, far from the main router. The setup process required a bit of patience, involving a few trips between floors to press the sync buttons on both the adapter and the router to establish a wireless link. While it took a few tries, the end result was a strong, steady connection that bridged the gap. Once connected, this client was finally able to run the included Ethernet cord from the adapter to their VoIP phone system, successfully activating a landline service that worked throughout their home. They also noted that this setup provided the flexibility to connect other wired devices, such as a fax machine. As a practical tip, the user mentioned plugging the adapter into the bottom wall socket so that a multi-outlet extender could still be used in the top socket for other electronics. This client was so pleased with how effectively this gadget solved their problem that they even suggested it to their internet provider as a great option for other customers.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer was admittedly skeptical about this Wi-Fi adapter at first, seeing it as a last-ditch effort before making a costly decision. They had an old but reliable multifunction printer, a real workhorse that, despite its age, still handled printing and scanning perfectly. Its one major flaw had always been the notoriously unstable built-in wireless feature. For years, our reviewer had tolerated the connection constantly dropping on their old home network, a common complaint for that particular model. The situation became untenable after a network upgrade. With a brand new, modern router installed, the aging printer simply could not connect at all, effectively rendering its network features useless. Faced with the prospect of replacing a perfectly good machine just for the sake of connectivity, this client decided to give this little gadget a try. To their pleasant surprise, the setup process was remarkably simple. The adapter quickly located and locked onto the new Wi-Fi signal without any fuss. Our reviewer then ran a standard network cable from the adapter's wired output directly to the printer's network port, and just like that, the problem was solved. The printer is now incredibly responsive, waking up and printing on command without any of the old delays or frustrating connection errors. The connection has proven to be completely stable, not failing once since it was installed. This simple device successfully bridged the technology gap, breathing new life into older hardware and saving our reviewer from the unnecessary expense and waste of buying a replacement.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer found the initial setup a bit tricky. The WPS connection simply refused to cooperate, which was a little frustrating. However, thankfully, the web browser setup method worked perfectly. The instructions provided were remarkably clear and easy to understand, so navigating that process was a breeze. A reviewer has this adapter positioned approximately 25 feet away from their main wireless router. A direct wireless connection delivers speeds around 270 Mbps. After switching to this Wi-Fi to Ethernet adapter, the speed dropped noticeably, registering around 90 Mbps. While this represents a significant reduction, this client emphasized that the 90 Mbps provided is still more than sufficient for their intended use. Ultimately, despite the initial WPS hiccup and the speed decrease, this reviewer is happy enough with the device's performance to recommend this Wi-Fi to Ethernet adapter to others.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.